pilots, and welcome back to Season 6 of Flight Academy, brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and this is Game 8 of the season. Last time round we had the Rebel off, this time we have the Empire/Reaper off to see who has brought the most effective Reaper and whatever crazy support ship they brought with the Reaper, because this is all about the Reapers if you ask me. But here to talk to us about it, we have
James. I'm here. I don't fly the Reaper often, as in never. But I fly it a couple times, so I've got a rough idea of how it works. I think immediately you're not supposed to land them on rocks.
No. I got very excited about, I've got ailerons, I'm going to do it. And in
Just
my head,
because you can do a thing doesn't mean you should.
Well, in my head, I was thinking, right, do the one forward aileron, and then I pulled up the wrong token, because the one forward should have put me between the two rocks to the right of the screen.
Right.
So I made a bit of a snafu there, unfortunately. Luckily, I didn't take damage. No, I did take damage. Oh yeah, I took damage on the rock, but I didn't take the additional damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And but we've got Andy flying Vermeil whilst I'm flying Vizier. So
he's also flying your favourite guy.
He's also flying Soontir Fel, and he's
also
flying...
landed Reaper. What's happening with these pilots?
They're in Reapers. They're not good pilots. So it's just, yeah. We'll ignore those. So maybe it's not a Reap-Off.
It's down to the Interceptor versus the Defender. And I think in that case, as good as Soontir Fel is, in a one-on-one with a Defender, I'd give it to the Defender.
Yeah. And obviously where I made that mistake with the ailerons, it then...
No damage, fortunately, for you.
Yeah, it didn't go well for Yor there. But we do have two Battle Over Endor ships. Captain Yor is Battle Over Endor, as is Soontir Fel. And I'm still a little bit on the fence about this Soontir Fel. I like him, but the abilities he's got are good, but I think what really throws me is the sensitive controls. I'm not a big fan.
Not being able to reposition twice at Initiative 6, one of the repositions has to be in the system phase.
Yeah.
Does make it less of a ace than it used to be, I think.
Yeah. It can be really good, but I'm not sold on it yet.
I mean, how often, though, were you finding you would have to double reposition with Soontir?
Well, it wasn't so much just the double reposition, it was the fact that I could focus boost or focus barrel roll. So it was, it didn't have to be a boost barrel roll, but it gave you that linked action option, which was great. Vader taking off a shield on Vizier there, by the way. Andy forgetting about the dice tray and getting a hit crit.
I guess the trade-off with this Soontir is that he's only 5 points.
Yes, he's a very cheap Soontir, which is 5 points for an Initiative 6 is great. And like I said, the upgrades he does have are brilliant. Apex Predator, feedback, a bit of blank signature, they're great. His ability as well to take a strain to boost or barrel after he's done an attack, fantastic. Get in and fade out is so good.
Yeah, and at Initiative 6, you're almost shooting and then barrel rolling away.
Yeah, although that's a hit crit.
Look at all those green dice.
Yeah. 3 normal.
Sorry, that was what? You're through a rock into Soontir at range 3?
At range 3, yeah. And just using blank signature. Because
that nearly actually did damage, which is mad when you look at the amount of dice. You nearly took Soontir as your second ship.
I was so close to taking Soontir as my second ship, and then I looked at the Battle Over Endor, and Captain Yor was 6 points. I was like, you know, I really want to fly a Defender. I love the Defender. And it's such a good ship. I just really enjoy it, and 6 points for a Defender is very, very cool.
It is.
allows me to take Vizier as well. I mean, sometimes trying to... 2 ships both at 5s can be pretty tricky sometimes, but at 5 points, so... Especially in the Empire. But there's a cheeky little barrel roll from Sunta with those sensitive controls.
I do like the choice of having Darth Vader on Major Vermeil from Andy. Like, Vader is such a good crew card. He's expensive, but 1, he gives you the Force, and 2, it's a fairly easy way to get auto damage.
Yeah.
Or stripping a token. It's a jam or a damage.
Yeah, and if you decide, actually, maybe not, you've got it as a mod as well, which is fantastic. And Defender doing Defender things with that 4K there.
But then the combo with that is Vader potentially gets rid of a token, and then Vermeil goes, "Oh, you don't have any green tokens? I'll just change one of my blanks to a hit." No, blank or a focus to hit. I'm just having another his wording.
Vermeil is a very good pilot.
So you only take the damage from Vader and keep your token, or you lose the token and probably take another damage on the dice anyway.
Yeah. And we've just seen feedback emitter in action from Suntir, so I've got the lock with Vizier. Suntir has gone, no, you're not also getting a lock, which is it's just another way, and that just helps blank signature as well.
Yeah, feedback emitter is almost a what's the illicit?
It's a better false transponder.
Yeah,
it's a may rather than a must, so you choose when to trigger it. So with false transponders, when Vizier locked Suntir, if it was the same, he would have had to use it there, which wouldn't have been as beneficial.
That false transponder codes was not a may option actually.
It's a must. So that's why some people will like early lock with a ship they don't care
just
about.
to get out of the way. Okay. Good to know.
But there is a lock from Vermeil onto Yor. Where is Suntir going to go? I'm assuming it's going to be a too hard in, but that doesn't look like a too hard.
I think that is very close to that rock.
Some would say
too close. Oh, Suntir, that's not where you want to be.
No, so that's a damage from the rock.
That is, I mean, if Suntir doesn't die here, and he's got away with it,
that's another damage.
Health, and Yor is sitting right there.
He has no tokens.
You got a range 1 shot. You got Predator.
I've got range 1 with Predator. No escape is not live, but
I wonder why he chose to do the bank rather than the sharp turn. Because you say that the sharp turn was safer.
Yeah,
both of the ships were in that direction.
I don't think Andy realised how far the barrel roll took him over.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think maybe with the barrel roll, but
I mean, he could still do it.
That's focus.
Reroll 1 for the Predator. No, maybe you don't have Predator. Maybe you don't.
Maybe I don't. I must not have Predator, but that's
okay, 3.
And that does it.
Yeah.
That's Suntir down. So.
Oh, that's a shame. I look forward to seeing more of Suntir in the event.
Yeah.
Because I think he can really do a lot. Unfortunately, and he hit 2 rocks with like 1 rock per ship, and that's really not good.
No.
I don't want to be like, oh, he's doing alright. He's landed on 2 rocks.
It's not ideal, and it does make it a bit harder. I mean, he's got Vermeil, which isn't a bad ship to have in this situation, but having to take on
I don't think Vermeil
a defender
can tidy up from this position.
No, I mean,
take out Vizier. Maybe
he's got the initiative advantage on Vizier, so in a head-to-head, using Vader and then Vermeil's ability could do quite well there. But up against the defender, that's going to be a tall ask because that defender can double tap twice with the.
The defender just has such a good stat line: 3 attack, 3 agility, 3 hull, 4 shields.
4 shields,
And on top of that, has upgrades and abilities like
does a speed 3 to 5 maneuver, can take a lock, can
white K-turn.
Can white K-turn, can drop a shield to get a range 1 bonus on a primary attack, and then twice can spend a charge to then ion cannon as well. It's very powerful, but there's the sloop there from Vermeil coming straight back in. The only way that ship can turn around.
Actually, if the Reaper gets ionized, do they still get the chance to ailerons?
That I don't think so.
Before you reveal your dial, and I don't think you technically reveal a dial for.
No, all you do is set which.
I know people set a dial just to show like they haven't moved yet, but technically you're not revealing a dial.
I think the only thing you do now is obviously you do technically set a dial, but it's just to say whether you're going left, forward, or right. I still don't think feeling. So I'm gonna bring that up actually, because that's an interesting one. I don't think you could aileron though, because then
it feels like you shouldn't be able to. I'm just curious.
Yeah, because it then feels like, oh, if you've got something like sensitive controls in a system phase move, you could do that as well.
I would have been very surprised if any of that damage went through. What was that? Range 3 through a rock? And he's shooting at yours?
Yes.
But not your shooting at... No, it was shooting at yours.
It was shooting at yours.
Why is he called that? So confusing.
It can be. But
as long as they don't also come up with another defender pilot called Captain Mine, then it's not going to get too confusing.
That all I've got in my head is thinking we would just end up having like a rush hour sketch with that.
Yeah, it's like you're shooting at mine, and then mine will shoot at your. Like what? But yeah,
it does say ionized ship reveals its dial as normal.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can ailerons now then.
Yeah.
Which gives you a fair bit of movement. Also, you're
immediate. Oh, no. It does say additionally, a ship cannot use abilities that trigger from an ionized ship revealing its dial.
That makes sense that they would have that word in there.
So they've got that word. So they have covered that off, because there's a few where I can imagine it could be interesting. So yeah. But looks like the Reapers are going towards each other, which...
That's where you wanted to be on your first turn.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. I will say one of the things that can be a bit awkward with the Defender is it likes to go quick. It doesn't like to go slow. Its one hard is red.
As long as you're not trying to do like a K-turn with your Defender now... I've done it again. I've said your Defender, and it's thrown me completely. You're staying on the board at least if you do a sharp turn.
Yes. Any sharp turn will keep him on the board there. So that is 2 damage going into Vizier. And Vizier does also have
no crits.
No, thankfully, because that probably would have wiped him out. Unfortunately, nothing.
Terrible returning shot.
Yeah. But I mean, for a medium-based ship, which is very typically classed as a support ship, it has 3 dice. That's pretty good, if you ask me.
What was your thinking between having Callus and Garth Saxon crew?
So Callus is there really to help when...
Yeah, he was hunted to someone, which I think was on Suntir.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Callus is really good if I wanted to go all in on a particular ship, and I do get Vizier in there. Like with Vizier, if I can get his gun in, great. If not, it's okay. Garth Saxon, his ability, once Vizier locks a ship, as long as I'm at range 1 to 3 of my Defender when I'm shooting, I then get to change the focus to a hit. So it's very much about that efficiency and trying to really like capitalize on as much efficiency as possible. Obviously,
I like the ability is I'll buff an attack, but it will only buff someone initiative 4 or lower. That's an interesting design choice.
Yeah, very much for that swarm.
Okay, with like one of the strongest 4 or lower pilots the Empire has.
Yeah. So it is very strong for me, and
he might
no longer active because there's Vizier gone. But bye Vizier.
I mean, he lost Suntir pretty early, but he's got some points.
He does, and the unfortunate thing for Andy is obviously Vizier's only 4 points, where Suntir is 5. So
no, but overall for the Flight Academy points,
that is a bonus.
Not leaving this game with nothing.
Absolutely, and that's one of the reasons we gave those bonus points for ship kills, because we wanted to make it so that as long as you were doing absolutely the best you could, even if you didn't win, take that
the point can be completely representative of how the games go. Because I did take out something. I lost overall, but I did take out something, and yeah, I think awarding points for that is absolutely the right call.
Yeah, and obviously as well, if someone does win by taking out both ships, it feels like, you know what, actually they do deserve to have that benefit of having 2 bonus points, because they've taken out 2 ships in 25 minutes. 25 minutes when you are there playing is not long at all.
Yeah, I mean, people watching can see the timeline of the video, and it's not long, and you've sped up the planning phases, so
the planning
goes pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, we've managed 7 turns here. The Rebel game we watched earlier was 4 turns.
Yeah.
So I think the most turns we've seen so far in a game was 9 turns. And that was very
9 turns in a full game at this point.
No.
Like, since they added the 12 turn limit, I remember when that was announced, I was going, 12 turns? That's going to get hit loads. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I think in a full game, maybe 8 is the most I've ever got to. And we still tend to actually run time limit a lot in store anyway, just because we want to try and we want to try and get as many games in a night. I mean, if we're in for 4 hours and we do 75-minute time limits, we could, at a push, get 3 games in, which is nice. Ooh, but Vermeil he's hunting, and this is probably going to be the last turn. I said 8 turns this game so far. So, trying to remember what I did. I think it's a 3 hard at this point is going to make the most sense. Oh, 3 bank.
3 bank.
Boosted.
I think it's safe. Maybe. I mean, you got the room to do it. It would at the very least put you behind the rock. No, you're just tokening up.
No.
Okay.
Tokening up. Oh, looks like we are going to get that.
I doubt Vermeil is going to take out your shields for the half points. Oh, you did sneak in another round, okay.
We did, so yeah, 9 turns. Yeah, if Vermeil... In fact, there is no way... The only way that Vermeil can do it is if he's done a 1 sloop, Vader's a shield off, and I absolutely whiff in defense. Which is possible, because it looks like he's... No, it's not possible. No sloop. Okay, so he's done the ailerons.
Now he's slooping, and then presumably off of that, he might use Hark to grab a token. Yep.
Hark for the token.
And he's got a range 3 shots to try and take out 4 shields.
Does he Vader? He's Vadered a shield. Oh no, I've dropped a shield for my range, so I want the range 1 bonus.
Okay. Bit greedy, but sure.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Do I spend the focus, or do I just say, you know what, hit crit's good?
I think you keep all of the focus, because if you give up half points, now that you've dropped the shield as well, there is a chance that you go down to half points. I think you
Well, he's lost the shield, So I've got it. I'm going for the Ion, see if I can get one more. I'd already spent the target lock by the look of it on a reroll, so just the one goes through. So that's something. Not half points, but you know what?
No.
I got to do the tricks. And the return shot.
I mean, that's good.
It's got no green
on that.
That's
Look at those green dice.
All of those green dice got the focus. Great game.
Jamil did roll the damage he needed. So that's as good as Andy was really going to get in that situation. And he played it out as best he could. I think he made all the right calls in that last turn.
Yeah, I mean, if we ignore the first turn when we both landed a Reaper on the rock,
if it was Rocksman there, you'd be having a much better time. But then again, that was one of the changes for this season of Fire Academy.
Yeah, upping it to 6 rocks just to, you know what, make it a bit more interesting.
How is everyone looking?
So, looking at the table, we have right at the top, we've got Ned with 2 wins, 4 kills. He has a maximum 10 points possible. Second place, we have Wes, 2 wins, 3 kills, 9 points. I'm actually in third, which I'm really happy about. 2 wins, 2 kills. So we've got 8 points to my name there. We have Ben in fourth with 2 wins and 1 kill. He won one of his games on the half points. Then we've got Andy, Josh, Scott, and Benji, all with 1 kill apiece. No kills, so all on 1 point at the moment. But we're only 8 games in. There is still 20 more games to go, so each player has 5 more games to score as many points as possible. So it is still anyone's game. However, Ned does seem to be the early one to take on. But, James, I hope you enjoyed that display of Empire tomfoolery plus some good flying in there.
I mean, seeing Empire ships blow up is always a favourite pastime, so yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know you feel that way. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.